At number 5, LeBron James. 24.4 points per game, 8.2 assists, 7.8 rebounds at age 40. LeBron's still a top 5 player, still scores a ton in a variety of ways as well. He's evolved there. Aside from the on-ball creation, he's now an elite shooter, made 41% of his catch-and-shoot threes. He's an active cutter playing alongside Luka. He's a screener, gets mismatches for the Lakers. He gets ISO and post-up mismatches, whether it's for himself or Luka. When he screens for Luka, the Lakers are scoring 1.6 points per screen. That is just an unbelievable number, and they're going to go to that over and over and over again in the postseason, regardless of their opponent. And on top of that, for stretches of this season on defense, he looked like Draymond. And I know it was up and down for him earlier in the year, not quite the same. Post-injury, not quite the same. But when he was healthy, when he was on, he looked like an all-defensive caliber style player. And so when he's at peak levels, which he is right now, that's why he belongs in the top 5. You're taking LeBron 5th or higher if you're drafting players for the postseason, even at age 40. Even at age 40. And that's what makes the playoffs really interesting this year for the Lakers, because LeBron, for the first time in his whole career, he's not the best player on his team every single night. Sometimes it's going to be Luka, because Luka comes in at number 4 in these rankings. We know who Luka is. Age 21 and 22, he goes toe-to-toe against Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. Age 23, he drags the Mavericks to the Western Conference Finals. Age 25, he leads them to the NBA Finals. It's a pretty safe bet that your team is going to go far with Luka, especially given the level he's playing at right now. Start of the year, not so great. Obviously, the Mavericks trade him. Nico Harrison believes defense wins championships. You got to give it to him. The Lakers are the beneficiary here. And Luka, February, not so great. Since March, 31-8-8, elite efficiency. And so for the Lakers come postseason time, they're going to have LeBron and Luka on the floor together most of the time. Around 70% of their minutes during the season. I'd expect that to be about roughly the same during the playoffs. But in those 30% of the times that he's on the floor without LeBron, look at these numbers without LeBron on the floor. Per 75 possessions, Luka without LeBron, 38.3 points, 10 boards, 8.8 assists on 59.6% true shooting. That's insane. It's crazy. And like those numbers include the stretches where he wasn't his full self either. Like the dude has been unbelievable. Like I watched the Lakers and I still can't believe they have Luka and LeBron James. It's just like it still just breaks my brain. I still can't believe it. And like the playoffs, first round series against the Wolves, Luka versus Rudy Gobert again, screaming in his face after a step back jumper. Get a chance to see that again in a Lakers jersey. I can't believe it. It's just so weird to me. This is actually a thing. At number 3, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA received my vote, so Thunder fans might be a little bit surprised and maybe angry about this, but again, it's a regular season award. Jokic and Giannis are ahead of him. SGA still needs to prove that he can lead his team to a finals. That's where best player in the world honors change, in my opinion. When I moved Jokic ahead of Giannis years ago, it's when he did it in the playoffs. SGA has an opportunity to do that in this postseason. And of course, he did show that he can dominate the postseason. You're feeling bullish about OKC. You're feeling bullish about SGA because he did dominate in his 10 postseason games. OKC didn't lose in 6 games to Dallas because of SGA falling off. He showed, if anything, that he can reach a higher level, okay? So we know his baseline, 32.7 points, 6.4 assists, 5 boards, 2.7 steals, and blocks combined. He had a historic season. Those numbers, plus 60% true shooting, was only matched 5 times by 2 players. Michael Jordan matched those numbers 3 times. James Harden did it twice. And neither MJ nor Harden led their team to over 55 wins. SGA led OKC to 68 wins. And he was excellent defensively. Like most high-volume star players, they're weak links defensively. SGA was not. So you're betting on SGA to move up to 2 or even to 1 on this list. But for now, I feel good keeping him at number 3 to stick with my philosophy that you don't move ahead of those guys for the postseason until you do it in the postseason. So SGA getting to a third round, getting to the finals, or even winning a finals, that's what's going to move him up. Right now at number 2, got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Things felt like they were collapsing around Giannis this season. Chris Middleton, aging, gets traded. Damian Lillard, blood clot, uncertain postseason future. Bobby Portis suspension as well. But the Bucks still win 48 games because Giannis himself still remains at an MVP level. And in the final month of the year, he might be better than ever, at least the way he's been playing lately. The Bucks surround him with 4 shooters on the floor. Last 6 games, small sample, whatever, let's ignore that. Last 6 games, 31.8 points, 12 boards, 11.8 assists per game, and only 1.7 turnovers. A 7.2 assist to turnover ratio for Giannis. Scoring at an elite level, old news. Rebounding, old news. The playmaking, spraying the ball around the floor to shooters, playing composed, making smart decisions, carrying a heavier load, averaging almost 100 touches per game. When Dame returns, this formula still needs to be the thing. They need to treat Giannis as the primary creator that he's looked like as of late, because it's working. With shooters around him on the floor, defenders around him on defense, Giannis looks like the best player in the world these last 6 games. And if he carries that into the postseason against a really tough Pacers opponent, if they beat the Pacers with Dame missing who knows what amount of time, with the Pacers being as great as they've been since mid-December, Giannis and the Bucks, if they do that, I don't think you can completely outrule them winning a second-round matchup against Cleveland. I don't think you can. We'll see if he can do it, though, but Giannis for now stays at number 2. At number 1, no surprises here, Nikola Jokic, 29.6 points, 12.7 boards, 10.2 assists per game, the second most efficient season of his career. Back in 22-23, he was more efficient, but he took 5 less shots that year. This year, he's been higher volume and elite efficiency. He improved his three-point shooting percentage to 41.7% on 4.7 attempts per game. Those are both career highs. Jokic undeniably had one of the greatest offensive seasons ever, but is he going to get support in the playoffs from Jamal Murray? Is Murray going to be back to being the guy we've seen in the past? Will the Nuggets be better defensively? They had a bottom 10 defensive rating this season. Jokic was a part of that. Will he be able to step up his play? Regardless, he's still the best player in the world. People are going to be coming for that crown this postseason. But for now, Jokic comes in at number 1.